Hi, welcome to a new episode of Cam Girl Diaries Podcast. I'm your host, Gary Gabagool, Pervert Pete, Lil Crank Crank, Jigga G, whatever you want to call me, or don't call me anything at all. I'm your host, unfortunately, but I'm trying to get some other hosts, because I fucking suck. I can only do the whole Pervert Pete thing, but if you don't know about Pervert Pete, that's a whole other issue. Don't even fucking worry about it. But Girl Diaries Podcast, episode number, I think it's like 44 or some shit. So if you want to support the podcast, you can support us on patreon.com/Cam Girl Diaries. Little some little crank. And you get a little, some behind the scenes stuff and some extra perks and all that good stuff. Watch the show on YouTube. It's at Cam Girl Diaries. And of course, we're on Instagram at Cam Girl Diaries with a Z. Of course, there's always Twitter or X, wherever you want to wherever that bullshit is. I can't stand Twitter or X. That's a whole other issue I don't want to get into, but it's at Cam Girl Podcast. Of course, we're on Facebook, but who the fuck is on Facebook anymore? I mean, Facebook fucking sucks. Don't let me get... it's a whole other issue. Facebook fucking sucks. You can't even mention sex or... Forget about mentioning pussy. Oh my god. It's a whole thing. Cam Girl Diaries with a Z. But yeah, so that's it. So anyway, today's episode, we're gonna get with Luscious Leisha. She was a few episodes ago, and she's hosted some episodes. So let's see where she's at.
Hey.
Aw, Suki, what's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Oh, good. So we talked, I don't know how many episodes ago. It was quite a few episodes ago, and we did that, and you actually hosted some episode. How did that go?
Hosting the episodes, it was fabulous. I enjoyed talking to the camp girls.
Yeah,
it was fun. The last one we did was pretty fun. It exposed some things I didn't know about, but a lot of people didn't know about, which is cool.
Yeah, it was kind of fun, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, technical wise though, it was a fucking pain in the ass, right?
Yeah, my audio didn't work. So yeah.
That's the thing. It's not about not just your audio. Like, I don't want to fucking, go too technical with this shit, but, like, if you want to do a good episode and all that good shit, like, you gotta fucking, you gotta fucking know what you're doing and everything, right? It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and I don't really know what I'm doing. I just get all my advice from you, which is awesome because you know a lot. You did great on the editing, though, by the way.
Come on. No. I'm still, even though I've been doing this shit for like 10 years, I'm still a rookie because I just suck overall. So, no. My point is, it's tough. Like, that's why we're the only Cam Girl podcast out there. There's been podcasts that have, like, done shit in, like, really high quality, but for some reason, they give up.
I think it's for lack of guests, honestly, and the longevity. I mean, like you said, they're not out there. They have a couple episodes, and that's it. That's where persistence is key, which we're pretty good at that. We market everywhere, and people like us. So
yeah. Well, I think the major problem, because like some of them I've checked them out, and some of them are like the quality is unbelievable. It's fucking great, like on the Joe Rogan fucking level, like really good. But they fucking give up. Why do they give up? No money.
Right.
The money, like that's the big thing. Like there's there's really no money in it.
No, it's kind of just like a hobby. It's like we're informational only, It's definitely a good thing to have around though. Like I said before, when I first found you, it was because I was looking for advice. And it was the only one that was still active.
Right. And that's why, be good if, people support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Cam Girl Diaries. It's all good. But, I mean, if you stick with it, you'll fucking find that shit. Because I think a lot of the girls that were doing the podcast were like, like right away. Like, you got to fucking, like, I'm not making money at this shit, so fuck it. You got to fucking, it's longevity,
Exactly. And it goes with my motto is persistency is key. You have to be persistent.
Right.
You'll get good results. So.
Right. And that's the same thing with being on Chaturbate and everything. So, like, last time we talked to you was what, like 4 months ago? 2 months? 3?
Yeah, it was like March, April. It was a while ago.
Oh my God, September.
Yeah, it was a
Holy
while.
shit. Yeah, September, I'm sweating my ass off. Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
not ready, dude. It's like 90 degrees. Not cool.
I know. It's fucked up. But
Mhm.
so, since March to now, like, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I've got a lot of new clients, a lot of different people. I actually just started working on Scented Pansy again, which I started. That's where I first started in the industry, and I'm making really good money there. Yeah, but
Wait,
there's, I mean, go
wait,
ahead.
what? You're starting where? Or
Oh, I when I first started in the industry, I worked on ScentedPansy.com. It's where you sell your dirty panties, but it's also everything else. So I gave that up because it was all full of like, scammers and shit. And I started up again and I'm selling a lot of stuff. So that's seen an increase. But I mean, camming all in all is it's okay. I mean, it's still pretty slow. And I think that has to do like the everything around us. Everything's so expensive. People can't afford porn, which sucks.
so to go along with last couple episodes I did it on tip menu.
Hmm.
Now, I didn't really think deep into tip menus. It's like, yeah, you have your tip menu. All right, you fucking did. So, do you have a tip menu?
I do. I have a couple of them.
Okay, a
There's one
couple. All right.
mainly for Chaturbate. I do one on there, and I actually have one on my OnlyFans, and it goes, to other. It's the stuff I can't offer on Chaturbate.
Okay. All right. All right. So, what
Mhm.
are some of the stuff you offer?
Obviously like dirty panties, videos, content, stuff like that. I do offer like fetish items as well. Um, all different kinds of shit. Actually, I offer tarot card readings. I offer, GFE, joy, all that shit.
All right, good, because that's what I was saying about like, if you're gonna have a tip menu, like, yeah, you have your regular bullshit that
Mhm.
everyone has, but
Yeah,
you should also have shit that try to think of
it's
shit that,
different.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
you
I'd say
know.
like the probably the craziest one I have is I'm an artist and I like to do paintings and shit. So I have like paint me. You can book a session to paint me however you want, and then I can put like my titties on canvas or whatever on canvas, and then you can buy it and I send it to you. So that's something different.
Nice, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I like that. I like that. Nice.
that's a fun
Yeah,
one. No
that's
one's done it yet. I'm waiting. Because who doesn't like to get all dressed up and like paint and then
right.
put your
Yeah.
titties on the canvas or your ass? We did it on my show once, and there was a lot of people there. It was fun.
Right. So the other thing with that is pricing. Like,
Mhm.
ha- have you like had to fuck with your pricing?
Well, when I first started, the way I priced things, I kind of looked at different models, see what they had. I've changed things as I've got more followers. I guess like just look around. That's what I base it off of, and kind of just looked at what I offer and like what the worth of it is. I mean, you can offer whatever you want. It's based on what you think your items are worth. But like pictures, I mean, a lot of people sell them for like $3 a piece. That's way too cheap. Like I would say $10 a piece. Just depends on how many followers you have, how popular you are, what you want to do.
Right.
Mhm.
Or what like yeah, it's a weird fucking like place to be. Like, what do you price it? Like, like you might think your shit is worth like,
Mhm.
$50. Guys might be like, ah, that shit, it's worth fucking $5. And you're just like, no, that's no. There's got to be a fucking like happy, what do they call that? Like a happy medium or some shit.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. There should be. I mean, it would be nice if there was like a standard to go by. That's kind of just like pulling numbers out of your ass sometimes. It really is.
oh, definitely, yeah, and because it's like this is such a subjective fucking like business, like
Hmm. Hmm.
one guy might think, like, yeah, you're worth that, but this guy thinks you're
Yeah,
not. So you gotta keep going with.
you gotta stick to what you believe in too. Like people will talk you down, and they're like, "Oh no, I'll just give you this." Like, don't bend. If you don't want to, don't do it. I know it's money, but still.
Right. One
Mm.
thing I've learned in the last couple episodes is having an off. Have you heard of this? An offline menu. A
Yes.
menu, yes, a menu that's only for those fucking like hardcore fans.
Yeah, I do have one of those.
Okay, now
Yeah.
explain it because that's what I want to fucking get into.
Yeah.
Because to me personally, I think like having that because like you go on stream like whoever it is, any girl, like you
Mhm.
have hardcore fans that are
Mhm.
like they're there every time, they're all
Yeah.
into you. They're gonna compete with other guys, not knowing what they're fucking doing, You
Yeah.
know, what on Chaturbate they might, like, oh shit, he just donated, 500 tokens. Oh shit, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, but having an offline fucking thing,
Yeah.
they don't know. So
No.
having, so you have hardcore fans, correct?
Yes,
Okay, you have an offline menu.
I do.
All right, so number one, what's on your offline menu?
A lot of like Chaturbate has to be kind of vanilla, I guess would say in the porn world because you can't offer like piss sessions. I do offer that. Um, like selling piss, selling cum. You can't really offer that on Chaturbate. You can't offer video
What?
services on Chaturbate either. Did you know that? Like if I do a lot of shit on Skype, I do a lot of shit on Zoom, and you can't say that like on Chaturbate. You can't get kicked off. You know. So after that kind of
Right.
stuff, and I was Sex Panther. Ugh, can't talk Sex Panther. Um, I have, obviously have one on there that's totally different because there's no really any rules on there. So pretty much fetish items only, I would say.
Okay, so do your hardcore fans buy that shit?
Yes, they do. I got a lot of freaks. Yes, I say that in a good and loving way.
Right, of course, of course. They're all normal
Yeah,
guys.
yes, they are. You know, they work 9 to 5 corporate jobs
Sure,
and
sure, yeah,
doctors,
yeah. They're
lawyers.
not freaks, so they want to suck on your toes and
Oh,
stick your big toe in their asshole.
yeah,
Whatever, hey, whatever
whatever.
they're into. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all good.
exactly.
It's definitely worth having. Would you say it's definitely worth having like an offline
Yeah,
menu?
yeah, it really is because like on Chaturbate, I mean, the menu is just basic. It's like tip to see your titties, tip to see your pussy, that kind of shit. You can't really get into it on there. You have to follow the rules. With your own, you don't have to follow the rules. Um, I actually refer a lot of guys. Like I sell a snap script on Chaturbate. So say if they like say, "Can we video elsewhere?" I'm like, "Don't talk about that here. Go buy my snap script," and then they will go from there and then message me on Snap, which there's no rules. So then I send the menu on Snap because I can't, send it on Chaturbate. So yeah, it's definitely a plus to have one. I would definitely
Mm.
have one.
Specifically for Chatterbait,
Mhm.
like which is better? Like, do you find like being on Chatterbait, like with the just you know random fucking people that come in that tip or whatever, compared to your offline menu with the hardcore fans? Like, which
I
is better?
honestly like I like the offline menu because it gives me more freedom. I have to watch what I said. As of like traffic, like speaking like in traffic terms, it
Yeah.
just depends. I mean, some days I'll go like a week without anybody buying anything offline and Chatterbait's, popping.
Hmm.
Then the next week is different. So 50-50, I would say.
Okay, so even when you're on Chaturbate, like any random time you're on Chaturbate, who do you think tips more? Do you think it's more, or have you even looked into this? Like, do you think more, hardcore fans or just, random people?
Definitely say hardcore fans. I do have a lot of like they call them the day ones. They've been there since the beginning. They come in and they will drop minimum like 100 tokens. And then you have, the guys just come in, it's like one. It's like, okay, it's only 0.05 cents. That doesn't do anything, for me. So yeah, definitely the hardcore.
So when you're in a live show, like again, we're talking Chaturbate. When you're in a live show, do you focus more on the like what do you focus on? Like do you focus on the whole chat or do you focus on like the hardcore fan? Like you can recognize
Yeah.
screen names. Like I've been
Yeah.
doing this like mad years. When I was per repeat, like I could like when I was doing live shows, I focus on like the old school
Yeah.
fans, the hardcore fans. Like I focus
Yeah.
on them. Like
Yeah.
it's all about them.
Yeah. So do I.
Is
Like
that
when
the
they come
same?
in. Yeah, definitely. When they come in, I'm like, oh, holy shit, look who's here. I do watch a whole chat though, because I don't like to ignore anybody, so I do pay them more attention though, definitely, because they tip more and they're more fun.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know about that. I miss that shit.
yeah,
It's
it's
different.
so
Well,
fun.
well. See, it's different with, like on YouTube, like YouTube
Yeah,
fans compared to like guys
totally
that want to
different,
just see your butthole.
right? Yeah, totally different.
Oh, what do you think about this? Because we were talking about doing different shit, like trying
Mhm.
to set yourself apart from people. Like what if you do like you remember Ace Ventura,
Yes,
like where he talks out of his butt.
yes,
What about doing that for fucking, like putting that shit on your
That
offline, right? Like,
that actually, yeah, anything out of the box, I would say go for. Like I wouldn't like just do the regular stuff. You gotta have some crazy shit on, definitely, because you'd be
yeah,
surprised. A lot of people like that stuff, and they can't do
yeah,
it with like their partner or whatever, so they come and do us to do it. So yeah,
right. So if you were gonna do that Ace Ventura thing, talking out of your butt, how would you do it? Because I was trying to think, like, you can't do it like Ace Ventura, like,
no.
hello, nice to meet you, like, what would you do? Like,
Well, I honestly don't think I would do it in the first place, but I don't. I think I would just offer like a pre-recorded video. I don't know if I'd have enough balls to do it live.
ooh, okay, yeah.
I
So
don't
like, say, all right, say, all right, I just paid you five. I don't know if this
know.
is enough, but say I pay you 500 tokens, right?
Yeah.
I want you to talk out of your butt.
Well, I'd say that's only $20, so no.
All right, how much? How much do I have to pay you to talk out of your butt?
I would say like 2,000 tokens.
What's that? How much is that?
It would probably come out to about almost $100. A little bit over, I think. I'm not exact. But then I wouldn't do it live. No, I would actually no, I would do it live, and you would not be able to save the show or anything like that. Like no
Do it
recording.
live?
No.
That'd be even... Oh shit! All right, I was gonna say $100. I don't know. That's kind of steep, but to do it live would be fucking
Yeah,
hilarious because
it would.
everyone gets to see.
Oh my god.
All right,
I don't
I'm liking
honestly I
that.
don't think I
Okay.
could ever do that.
All right. All right. But all right. So pretend we're on Chaturbate right now. I pay you $100, and I want you to talk out of your butt.
I can't. I think I'd have to be wasted to do it. And plus, like,
So
I don't know.
deflated.
I'm sorry. I mean, I've done a couple things for videos, and it's not really like my forte. I'm not even gonna describe what I did. I can't right now. I have enough to drink.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, I think
But but that's a good point that you just brought up. Like, you don't like if you don't feel comfortable doing
Mhm.
something, don't
Yeah,
beat around the bush. Don't fucking
exactly.
like just say it.
Yeah, I
You
mean, but I
know.
feel comfortable with selling my shit. I'll do that all day, every day. That's okay. But talking out my ass, no, definitely not.
That was another thing I was seeing from these tip menus and everything. The girls talking about tip menus is you don't want to fucking like guys pressuring you to do shit. They
Yeah, I mean,
fucking
yeah, they do it
like
all the time.
you got to be fucking you got to stand up.
And yeah, and that's when, people come into this. You have to know who you are. Like, you have to know what you like. You have to know what your boundaries are. Like, I always preach boundaries. It's huge. Like, people have asked me to do crazy shit. I'm like, nah, that's not for me. But there's plenty of other chicks on here that'll do it for you. It's just, yeah, you're right. Completely right.
All right. So I'm sorry, but I'm hung up on this shit. What can I get you to say out of your butthole? Like you just like
Nothing
just think
today.
just
And no,
think of it as like funny, not like sexual because that shit is not sexual
no, not at
unless
all.
they're Japanese because them Japs, they love that weird shit.
Yeah,
But
they do.
if
Let me tell you, they do.
yeah,
Um,
oh,
no, I
nice.
can't. Watch
So
you do it.
I'm not gonna pull down my pants and talk out
You
of my butthole.
want me to? Psh, nah, I'm good.
You're the cam girl. I'm not. I'm like a
But
little fucking.
I
I'm
didn't get any
like,
tokens. I can't do it.
good point. Good point. Good
Hey,
point.
speaking of
But
weird stuff,
I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying hypothetically, like if you're gonna talk out of your butthole. I'm sorry, I'm so obsessed with this. But
no,
I would love to.
I would love to see that. Like, I would love to see a
Yeah,
girl that has enough balls to do it. 'Cause I really don't. I don't think I could, because I'd be so embarrassed. Like, I'd be known as the
right.
talking
Because then,
butthole cam girl. I mean,
yeah. Because oh shit. Because then, if you got to open up your cheeks and shit.
oh
Like,
yeah, it's hard to do.
what if
I mean,
your
how did I,
pussy flaps start opening? They're like,
what if, or this could happen. What if your love is inside you and your pussy's too wet and it flies out? I mean, there's so many
oh
things that
shit.
can happen.
Right? Oh my god, that'd be a great
You need an
fucking.
assistant for that. I'm pretty sure you need a couple hands, a couple more hands. Speaking of, like, you're talking about Japs and shit. Well, I've had people come on. I guess I'm too old, but I don't know what this is. People are asking me to do these faces. What the fuck is asking? How the fuck do you say it? Dude, I don't even know. I can't even go there. I'm like, what is it? How do you say it? A Hago or something?
Here you go. Yeah.
I'm like, the guy's like, I'm gonna take you private. You gotta do that. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. He's like, well, you gotta cross your eyes. I'm like, and make funny faces. I'm like, what?
They're actually asking you to do that.
Yeah, it's a thing that people do.
Oh
I
yeah, oh trust me, I know.
so I tried to cross my eyes. I can't. And make funny
Oh
faces
you
on top
can't.
of that. I don't think so. I don't
Oh
know.
my
I just
God,
like, nah,
have you,
I'm good. Two people in a row
dude?
came on asking me to do that.
Dude, look that shit up on Chaturbate. I think
Do
there's
I look
a
like that kind of
hashtag.
girl? Like, do I look like that kind of girl? Like, no.
No, definitely not. Yeah, that's why
I was like,
that's why it's so
Lord,
funny. If I'm into that shit, you're
yeah,
not the girl I'm
no.
asking.
No, I'm more like the guy's fucking mom next door. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
very strange. But that's something too. Prove your point. Like, someone comes in, don't try to do it if you can't do it. Like, just don't do it if you don't want to. And they just leave. It's all good. You're not hurting anyone's
Almost
feelings.
definitely, yeah. I mean, you could go on Chaturbate, and I think they have their own hashtag. You see them girls, like they
Yes, I
do it.
did ask you.
Yeah,
Yes,
they do it great. Like
they
most
do.
of them do it great. Some of them,
Yeah.
like you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you really shouldn't be doing that. It's
Yeah, and you can, like you said, you can tell when you're looking at the cams about the million you can choose from. That's what they look like. I mean, I don't understand why someone would come over and be like, "Yo, can you do this?" I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that is, dude. Like,
yeah. I mean, maybe you could do it really good. I
I don't
don't
know. Can I
know,
cross
but
my eyes? Well, watch. Ready?
oh god, yeah.
Did
I'm
I?
so glad you. No, definitely
Damn.
not.
I saw like double vision though.
Dude, that was so good, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't what we
So
were going for.
I guess that's not in my line of work. Oh well, at
Yeah,
least I tried, right?
exactly. Yes, that's what I always say. Like, just
Mm-hmm.
try it, see what happens. If it doesn't work, okay, move on.
Yeah,
Like doing your fucking tip menu. Try some shit. If it doesn't work, move on.
and
Lower your
update it.
prices.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
definitely like
Lower.
knowing who you are. I feel like a lot of people go into this not knowing what the fuck they like or what they like to do, and it's just like I don't know how you could even start. You know? Yeah, lower the prices. I'm gonna say lower the prices. It felt like sky high. Yeah. I mean, if
Well,
your newest charging $100 a picture, yeah, you're kind of fucked up. But you know,
well, no. Like for instance, if you have a tip menu and nobody's buying your shit,
yeah,
what do? Either
change it up.
you change everything
Yeah,
or lower your prices to see what people
yeah,
are willing to pay.
yeah. And that it's hard being new and figuring this shit out though. Like I have almost, a little over 2 years under my belt, so I like know what my clients like and shit like that. But being new, it's hard. It's fucking hard.
Right. And that's why I say, like, not that I'm a fucking cam girl, but like for new
Right.
girls, like you gotta figure it out.
Yes.
If shit isn't working, there's a reason why it's
Mhm.
not working, and it's
Yeah.
probably not because of how you look.
Right. Right.
Because
Because there's somebody out there for everyone.
100%, absolutely.
Hmm.
So you gotta maybe adjust your prices. Maybe it's your fucking camera. Maybe your camera's not up
Yeah.
to par. Maybe your audio's not up to par. There's so many different fucking reasons why, but you
Yeah.
have to explore, you know,
Yeah.
why, you know?
Exactly. And I like to ask people, like a lot of people when they come in, I'll be like, okay, you're new, what's up? Go ahead and follow me. What are you into? Like I like to ask people that kind of shit because then I get a feel of like general feel of like what people like. You know, that's just what I do because I talk a fucking lot. So
Because I mean, how many girls on Chaturbate don't say shit? And it
a
might be
lot.
yeah, it might be a language barrier.
Yeah.
It might be, so many reasons. But
Yeah.
if you don't fuck it, like it's all a learning game. Like so many girls
Yeah.
don't realize it's all a learning game. Some girls hit right off because of maybe how they look,
Yeah.
or they have the fucking, they have the biggity bammin booming fucking camera, background, everything. There's so many
Yeah.
fucking factors into what makes someone fucking pop off right away.
Yeah. And it's hard. I mean, it's the fucking. There's so many people. Like on Chaturbate, there's like fucking 30 some pages of people. Like there's a lot to choose from. So you've got to stand out. You have to find your niche. You have to find what you're good at. Like, you guys all know, like I like to play games on my show. That has not been good lately. I have a whole different crowd. So I'm trying to figure out what to do now.
It's
I haven't
probably
figured it out
because,
yet.
well, it's probably because Bob Barker died,
No, it's
R.I.P.
a
Bob
tragedy.
Barker.
Rest in peace, man. Goes
Yeah,
back to
man.
those days when I watched him when I was, like 12. But yeah, it's hard.
Exactly. Plinko, I love Plinko, but
I made it.
listen,
You know that.
I know. You got the fucking, you
I
got
do
the
have the
Cam
bloopers.
Girl Plinko. I know. I
I
said that on
do
the fucking, on a, I think 2 episodes ago. I was talking about your
have.
Plinko
Yeah, it
because
was fun, man.
I love Plinko.
Me too. It's my favorite one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when I was little and I watched Price is Right, I used to jerk off to Plinko. I was like, yeah, come on, get in the middle.
Me too. It used to make me so mad. I'm like, oh my god, big money, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of big money, fucking. Ooh, do you do anything with was that the whammies and shit? What's that game? The
Oh my god.
whammies.
Yeah, the whammy. I don't know what that's called, but no, that's not
Oh
fun.
my God, I used to love that when I
Me
was a
too.
kid. You
Remember the
know,
thing
like
going around the board?
big
Yeah.
money,
Yes.
stop.
Yes. Yes. You can tell we're old, right?
Oh, oh my God. Oh,
Nobody
you
knows
can't
what
be
we're
talking.
talking about. You know that,
I
right? You have to
know
put
we're
that shit
fucking
up.
talking about whammies, and the whammy would come across the screen.
They're
It's
like,
like
what? Yeah, that's
me,
what we're doing. Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, he's like me, and
Hey,
he'd
that
do
was some
something
good
fucked up.
quality shit back in the day. People don't know what that is at all now. So yeah, you guys
Well,
want to research that, Google it. It's good shit.
perfect opportunity to bring it back. Come on, bring back
You
some
need to write this
the
shit down.
whammy. Wait,
That's a good
how can
idea.
we? How can we? Yeah. I'm trying to think because like it's a automated board, so I don't know how
It
you
is.
do that in a
Well,
cam. But whatever, the whammy could be your pussy, right?
that's true.
Like reverse it. The whammy was always bad. If you got whammy,
Yeah,
that's like oh
well
fuck.
done.
But whammy could be your pussy. Like
Yeah.
big money, stop. And they
Ooh.
get whatever. But yeah, they get the whammy and that's their pussy. And it's like
Oh my god, it could be like shove the dildo in once.
there
Yeah.
you go.
There's a lot of
See,
and I can make it out of cardboard. I mean, make everything out of cardboard. But yeah, I renamed the Plinko as Pinko. So yeah, I changed the name so I don't get sued. You know.
nice. Pinko.
Oh God.
Yeah, fucking. Hey, see, that's the whole point. With tech
Yep.
menus, you can come up with some, fucking whammies. Could be the fucking biggity bam and boom and shit.
Painting your body. Something that you like to do. I like to incorporate myself into my things because then I wouldn't enjoy it if I didn't. I think a lot of people don't do that. They don't go all in.
You
They
got if
copy.
you're
They
gonna.
copy too much, and that's just everybody's the same. I'm. I feel that I'm a lot different. People say that. Like I don't do the whole. You got to be your own person, and we don't have enough of that. I'll tell you that right now. They're all the same. It's like you open up Chaturbate, it's like pussy everywhere. You know. Sometimes that's not what people want to see. It really isn't.
Definitely. Yeah, I was saying I forget when I was saying that shit, but like with Chaturbate, like everyone like especially now is having like 4K same back like same fucking background.
Yeah,
Everything's the
yeah.
fucking same like
It's
you,
white with fucking pink and like plants.
right.
All the rooms that look the same, they're studios. They're aesthetically done to look like that.
And that's thinking if like guys are really thinking about that. Some guys are just like, let me go on Chaturbate. Oh, let me say,
Yeah,
oh, look at that. But
exactly.
yeah,
I'm
like
done.
I noticed that shit too. Yeah,
Yeah, and then
like
I noticed that
you
fire
go
thing.
through.
Like you can tell they're studios.
Right, yeah, you
Like,
go
to
through that
me,
shit like, oh, that's a studio. Oh,
yeah,
oh,
to
that's
me,
a
like
studio.
if
Like,
I was looking at porn, I don't know if I'd want to click on one of those. I want like a regular person.
yeah, I want some regular bitch that's doing it
But like I've
because,
been doing like this, fucking black tablecloth on the wall from Halloween. It works great. You
yeah.
know,
Well, see me, I want some bitch that is like, you can see like she's desperate and just needs some fucking money and she's broke and like, yeah, I
she's
can fucking
fucking
get
got
her
like
down.
holy
Yeah, I can get,
lingerie on. She needs a new bra. Like fucking throw her the money. Like that bitch needs
yeah,
help.
like,
Fuck,
like, yeah, I can.
fuck, help a bitch
Fucked
out.
up. No, I'm kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
that's
But
okay
like,
though.
yeah,
That's
like,
great.
she. Hey, I could talk her down to like 20 tokens.
I'll
That's
give you three
fucked up.
tokens
That's like,
for a
see,
fucking
that's
foot.
dude. That's
Yeah,
hooker shit. That's
that is
crack whore hooker shit. Because
fuck.
one of the girls I was listening to about tip menus and shit. Like she was like her tip menu was like outrageous, like $150 for 15 minutes. I was like, dude, you
Holy
can get
shit.
fucking yeah, exactly. I could
That's
drive 20 minutes, get a blowjob for 20
exactly
bucks.
right.
Like
Dollar a minute. That's fucking more than I charge on Sex Panther per minute. What the fuck is that shit?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, some people they think so. Okay, it is true though. Like girls that are like the pretty fucking big tits, like skinny. Like yeah, they do want to charge a lot because they look good. But It's not really worth it. The quality
That's the
comes from
thing, but does everyone want that?
that's the thing.
That's why
Not
there's so
everyone
many,
knows.
like on Chaturbate, that's why there's so many different hashtags. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah, and I look at like the ones when I go on, I'll look at the ones that are popular. It says most popular hashtags on the top of the screen. I don't use any of those. I don't. I use my own. And I don't know, like I guess that gets me to different places on the pages because I've heard I've been on the first page, the 8th page, the second page, like all over the place without using like popular hashtags. You just come up with your own shit. See where it gets you. You know, it's like luck of the draw. It really is.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, see what happens.
Mhm.
That's not a bad strategy.
Yeah,
See what happens.
exactly. That's how I live my life. You know, just fucking try all this kind of crazy shit. See what works.
All right. I think we learned all we can learn tonight. So, where can everyone find you?
Chaturbate.com/lusciously show. Sex Panther. I'm all over the place. I have like 12 socials. But yeah, Chaturbate.
And your Instagram, which is the only one we can put in the description.
Yes.
Anyone wants to support the podcast, support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Cam Girl Diaries, and get a little some little crank. Of course, we're on YouTube at Cam Girl Diaries or your favorite podcasting platform. Of course, we're on Instagram at Cam Girl Diaries with a Z, and Twitter. Fuck Twitter, fuck Facebook.
Not with that shit.
I
It's
can't. Again, I said this last episode. I know some girls are, they're waiting to be interviewed, and I've been, slacking on that shit because I'm bipolar, and when I get in the fucking groove of doing shit, I just do it, and I fucking, that's a whole other fucking episode.
it's all right. We got
Bipolar.
it.
Yeah, do we?
We do.
All right, talk to you peeps later. Peace out.
See ya.